Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another day of the video. How's it going today? Today is a Monday. Let's see how Graham's doing. Oh no, she's down here, she's having a wee. This is her wee corner, by the way. It looks like she's moved some more of her bedding up there again. So, she's not quite got used to a new bed. You alright, Graham? You okay, love? How you doing, girl? You alright? Have I disturbed you? Have I? You okay? Oh, Graham! Look at you! Oh, got a brick. Oh, hello. Are you okay? Are you okay, Graham? Do you want me to say hello to you? I didn't think I thought you'd be asleep, Graham. You're supposed to be nocturnal, mate. It's 9 in the morning. Hello. You cutie. She's had a good sniff and now she's headed off back up into a bed. Well, into a tube. I woke up this morning at about 6:05 because I've been having really vivid dreams. Like, all night. I woke up 3 times because of dreams, and I woke up at 6:05, not because my alarm was what woke me up and as it lit up, but because I was having a dream that it was 6:10 and my exam starts at 4:30. So I don't know really. I don't know what's going on with me. I know the dreams were much more like normal. They weren't exam based. But yeah, I don't know what I've been doing. Like literally the past couple of days, it's just been like really intense dreams that have stopped me from sleeping really well. Just quite irritating, to be honest with you. But got up and Laura went to the well, I stayed in bed until like 1:15 when Laura's alarm went off. Laura went in the shower and stuff. I came in and checked on Graham, who was walking. She's now knocking stuff down in a tube, because that's what happens when you have a nest in a tube. It all falls down the tube, doesn't it, when you bum into it when you're trying to go to sleep. But yeah, so came in here, checked on Graham, then I had a shower, got changed, had some breakfast, and all of that good stuff. And then I came into here and I've been trying to work with my laptop. It's been quite annoying, to be honest with you. What's essentially happened is a update seems to have balked, and it doesn't recognise the network drivers. And I've tried to update them, I've tried to uninstall and reinstall new network drivers, and it just doesn't want to do it. And it's really weird. So I'm trying to do backups, and you can't do a system image backup onto an external hard drive. Which seems mental to me. I wonder how big, I've just done a backup of all the files and stuff. I wonder how big the thing actually is. Quite bizarrely, you can put it on a memory stick, but not an external hard drive. I don't understand that. Because it's like, you can't do an external hard drive because it's not a permanent device, but neither's a memory stick. Are you mad? This device is not valid. Ah, but my other one is. Backup will take 49 gigs of disk space. How fucking retarded is that? I've got 500 gigs on that SSD, but you won't let me do it. Wait. Oh Christ. So basically then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean install Windows 10. I mean, like, it has its advantages. The memory disk, what's happened is, it's happened a couple of times, is when I do updates, it struggles to update because it doesn't have the memory space to store all the updated files and stuff before it applies it. So, because the hard drive's like 64 gigabytes, which is fucking pitiful. I mean, even Atlas, I've had Atlas for like 4 years now. Her disk space is nearly full, but she's got like 2 terabytes hard drive. Like the SSD is nearly full, but she's got 2 terabyte hard drive to play with. This just doesn't have that, and it doesn't seem to want to use an external hard drive in the same way that I thought it would. So, in short, I've just done a backup. I've taken a list of all of the files that I want on it, and all of the programs I need, things like Atom and a Visual Studio and all the plugins I need for Visual Studio and all that kind of stuff. And I've backed up everything that I think I need, so I've got like a file backup on here. I've dragged over some of the important files, so they're definitely on there. And things like latex and stuff are all on here anyway, because some stuff's installed onto here, some stuff's installed onto the SD card. Some things are on the external SSD, but everything on the internal SSD is going to be wiped. So I'm going to do a clean install, because I'm mad, of Windows 10. And in theory, I should fix the problem with connecting to networks of any kind. I mean, like, I can't even tether my phone to it. It's ridiculous. I really don't know how it's managed to go so bad. I mean, like, there are no files on it particularly I need. Like, the only files on the main hard drive were my Visual Studio stuff. And Visual Studio, well, my GitHub stuff originally, but that's either A, stored in GitHub or in Visual Studio Online. So what I'm going to do, basically, is just wipe it completely clean. And I'm going to go back to factory settings in an attempt to get my hard drive space back, because the hard drive is more or less empty. It's too full either. And then I'm just going to build it up. And to be fair, man, I did install stuff that I don't require anymore. Things like Java, I don't need Java anymore. Things like VirtualBox stuff. And you can try and purge it, but there's only certain lengths you can go to purge things. So essentially today I'm going to sit here and I'm going to completely reboot, let's doing it already, completely reboot the Surface and reset it up from scratch. Because I'm crazy. But yeah, otherwise though, ladies and gentlemen, other things I'm going to do, well, I was going to go through this and tidy it, but I can't actually really be bothered. But other things include, like after lunch and stuff, I'm going to work on cleaning the kitchen. Needs a good clean, and the bathroom needs a good clean. But I might clean the kitchen now before I do the washing up. It probably makes more sense. Also, this can be wiped as well, because that's all unnecessary. And I'm going to clean the bathroom as well after dinner. Otherwise, you'll notice in the background I've got Visual Studio open, because I'm going to do some final year project stuff. Ah, man. And otherwise, these longer legs here for this table thing are so good. Like, this is literally in eye level now. I used to have to look down at it. I can't believe I used to not even have this at all, and I used to just look down at the monitors. But like, now it's literally, like, it's so nice to use. It really, really is. But yeah, right, where can I put my Surface so that I can A, charge it, and B, it not be in the way? This won't take too long, it says. I bet it bloody well will. It is like, I mean, like, there are multiple advantages to... I can hear you rattling about, by the way, Graham. I know what you're doing. There are multiple advantages to doing a clean reinstall, though, because, like, the SSD was at the point where it was like, I had under 4 gig left. And it makes it really hard to do things like updates. Even, yeah, just literal things like updates. I don't even need to install anything on it anymore. Like, all I need, essentially, is Visual Studio and a text editor. And that's it, really. Apart from, like, Chrome and stuff, obviously. But, like, I don't need to install anything else onto it. It's just a case that it just breaks all the time. Christ. I've just been looking into it, like, see how possible it is to upgrade it, and it's pretty difficult. You can't, basically. You gotta buy a new one. Oh dear. But it's like, when it's running, it does me fine. It's a brilliant little laptop, and it's massively let down by its tiny hard drive. And we are away. We are alive and installing updates. Once this is done, we can get all the other stuff done. It's really difficult to concentrate on programming when this is going on, to be honest. Here we go. Now it's gone on to more hardcore updating bullshit. I've actually started programming. So, laptop-wise, I've done all the updates. Hopefully it now works. Chrome's installed, Kaspersky is installed. I've now just got to go through things like Mail, Visual Studio, Atom, all that bullshit. So, having a whale of a time there. Otherwise, I'm just running through, I've just made a small change there to unit test something that was being unit tested. And now I'm just checking code coverage on stuff to make sure that I'm all okay where possible. Because, like, here, look, that for some reason hasn't got 100% because I can't unit test that. I can't, that's all 100%. This, or the unit tests DLL aren't 100%. I don't care about the unit test DLL. Come on. Then there is the one that I'm currently working on at the moment. DTOs isn't amateurish. Now I remember what it was that I was doing last time. The problem is, it's been a long time since I've written code for this, and I'm trying to remember where I was and how to progress and what I was trying to do last time I was here. And what I'm currently doing is doing the compilation stuff. The problem is I discovered last time that I needed more information that might not necessarily be true for everything I test on this. So instead of hard coding it in, I'm building a way of getting it all from the app config. And that's the bit that's not unit tested yet. So yeah, that's what I'm currently going towards at this precise moment in time. So I'm wondering whether it's going to be easier, instead of doing this like, of adjusting the DTO so the DTO searches through, it's storing a dictionary of everything in the app config that it found under its like region. What I need to wonder about is whether or not that God, it goes to a builder and everything. This is ridiculous. Whether it's better to have the app settings have a method on them that goes, oh, get this, get that, instead of storing it separately. Yeah, it's going to be much better if you do it like that. So let's have a single method. It's bad to have methods on DTOs though. Well, they're not methods, they're get setters. You don't need to know how it's getting and setting it. There's a difference. It's been a long time since I've written proper OO code and proper C# code. Oh, it's fun though. I'm into it. I'm probably going to forget lunch, but you know. Oh, Christ, my builder's not even doing anything. So the question is, okay, here's the question. Do I have a builder that goes through and adds everything into this DTO and store it inside the DTO as separate, like, items? Or do I allow the DTO to basically store anything as long as it's saved in a like dictionary kind of thing, and then it pulls it out of the dictionary? No, I don't think we do that. I think there are some specific things that I need, and okay, right. Carry on where we were. This builder isn't even built yet. That's why. Christ, I'm just trying to remember where I am with things, man. The question is, do I have the builder responsible for building this object, or do I have it in the constructor of the object? You don't have it in the constructor because there could be scenarios, specifically during testing, when I don't want anything in this. So we'll have the builder do it. Fun, fun! There are times where I might want to avoid having a fully populated object. Right, okay, cool. Christ. It's been a long time, man. Officially getting a bit carried away by programming now, so I'm going to deal with this, which has just arrived. My new, oh, that was a weird judder. My new glove box, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean to brag, but I just installed a new wiper blade, a new glove box, and a cup holder. Motherfucker. Just productivity is quite literally, at this point, blowing out of my arse. It's brilliant. I've got so much done. I've got loads of programming done. Although it is 2 o'clock now, I haven't had lunch yet. I'm installing stuff at the precise moment in time. Going through Visual Studio, which is a beast. Yep, still installing. And I'm living the bloody dream right here. It's definitely time to like just close this door off. Get away from computers for a while. Come and bond with Graham while I have my lunch. Sounds fun to me. Graham's chilling. What's she doing? Is she having food? You eating? Oh, you asleep? She's asleep, but she's listening. She's like, oh no, look, I don't have sandwiches. I'm gonna have to have pasta. I've got no beef for sandwich. Oh no. Oh no, man. Throwing a spanner in my plan, it really has. Okay, put that on there. Let's run some water. After lunch, I'm going to clean the bathroom and tidy up in here. There's a lot of washing up to do, but I want to clean the sink and stuff before I do it, so that's why I'm letting it build up a bit like a tramp. But yeah, it's 2 o'clock, I haven't even had dinner yet. I'm going to have pasta now, and I'm going to have pasta later as well. Should I have soup instead? I think I should have soup instead because it's going to be better. Yeah, because we're having pasta for dinner, look. So I can't have pasta twice, that's ridiculous. Visual Studio doesn't seem to want to go. It's been stuck on creating a system restore point for ages. And time jump, ladies and gentlemen. It's night time, we're about to head off to bed. To summarise what's been going on, I've forged forward on my programming. I've got it all running and stuff and implemented this next little bit that I need. I'd spent today kind of pottering with programming, but then not really spending all day on it deliberately because I needed to get back into the swing of figuring out how the system was built and remembering oh, that this is done like this because of this and how I'm building it so that I can test it and all that kind of stuff. And I just needed essentially a warm up So like while I spent most of the day doing, well, my laptop, which wasn't really working, then some bits with my car, I'm prepped tomorrow to launch into how to, like, moving past the compiler bit into running tests, and then from running tests into doing changes to test the tests and all that kind of stuff. It's all good, ladies and gentlemen. It's all going well. Laura came home and then we had dinner and stuff. It's been like quite go. We had dinner, which was chilly, and then we sorted out. Oh dear. Then we sorted out. What was it called? Sorted out a shopping list and a meal plan and all that for the week, and then we headed on out to go shopping. We went to our first favourite shop, which is Pets at Home, which now fucking just takes all of our money, because we needed to get Graham a new water bottle, which is now here, because the other water bottle wasn't very good. Like, it would only really empty the little pipe, and then as soon as the pipe's empty, no more water would go down it. I think it was because of the way it was designed, like there wasn't enough water pressure to push it down. This one's so much better, like you tap it and it just fucking flows out, so it's much better for little old Graham, who, well, I'm going to tell you about that. Did our shop, came back, sorted it all out, then we got Graham out. I was playing with Graham while Laura was making her lunch tomorrow, and then Laura played with Graham while I cleaned out his pipe again, so his pipe has gone back to little old boring. Nothing's in it except done a couple of poos in it, but beyond that, more than happy to do poos in it as long as you don't sleep in it. So yeah, we moved it out and put her bedding down. We cleaned out the corner that she wheezes in, all that kind of stuff. Gave her some new food, gave her some new water with a new water thing, and we put the water thing where our old water thing was, like on this little ledge here where her house is, just there. But then she walked past it and then it got all the back wet, and then she's running around trying to scratch her back and dry it, and she looked really, really sorry for herself. This is obviously when we had her out for an hour again, which we ran around in a bowl for a bit while we were both doing things, and I sorted out the bin and all that. And then we had a nice cup of tea, played with her in our hands for a bit. We've just got a bond, and I think she's getting to like us. So she's feeling really confident, although I did drop her. She was sat nicely in my hand, and I walked around here to show Laura how nice she was sitting, and then suddenly she just goes and backs up, and then I'm like, no, and then she dropped and went under the settee, and I'm like, god damn it. So I had to lift the settee up and entice her out. But otherwise, she's been a diamond. But yeah, so that's been it really, ladies and gentlemen. We watched a bit of Dragon's Den while playing with the hamster, and then we're going. I was going to do some laptop setting up stuff. Hamster's taking up some time in the evenings now, but because we've got to get her used to us and stuff. Trying to take her out more or less at the same time every night so she gets used to it and all that kind of stuff. Also, we opened, I say that a lot, don't I, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to stop doing that. Also, we came in and we opened the little latch, and then we were like, Graham, and then she came to the door and she came out. She's so cute. But yeah, cool. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow is a programming day. I have on my to-do list, it's a car day as well for my to-do list. I'm going to sort out my car insurance and stuff. Tomorrow's going to be a good day for it, the 26th, and a Tuesday. So I am going to be sorting that out. I was going to wash my car. Now that I've sort of fixed everything on it, I was going to treat her to a bit of a clean, but I don't know whether I'll fit that in or not based around how much programming and stuff I'm doing. But otherwise, yeah, tomorrow is a day of hardcore programming. Yeah, my final year project is it's a big project. First to admit it's a big project, and I do need to start kind of pushing forward instead of finessing it and making sure everything's 100% tested and all that kind of stuff. What was she walking about? Go in your bed, Graham. I think she's still trying to figure out that her water's on the other side of the head porch now. Oh, she walked towards it. Oh god, Graham. She's but yeah, so I do need to stop finessing with the little bits and make sure things are all tested and just try and push things through. And I'm deliberately cut a corner where I'm well, if the build's broken, then just do this, or just do this and all that kind of stuff. Where I'm kind of just getting through the information I need instead of all of the information, which is what I've currently been doing, and just being the bare minimum, and then I can just flesh it out. I'm trying to get the golden thread through, but I'm building the golden thread from one end instead of all at the same time. But yeah, while it's a big system, like I have had a huge head start. I know people who haven't even started the programming yet. And yeah, it is a big system, but it's a system that I am going to be working with for a long time, so I want to make sure it's good. So I'm literally going to be devoting a lot of time to this over the next half year. It's going to be so much of my time. Like, we're talking 60% of my university time, probably even more, is going to be spent on this project. So it's going to be good. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you later.